Hello students, welcome you all once again. In the present video, I am going to do chemical reactions or chemical properties of ethers. Okay, so here ethers are inert in their behavior. Why? Because in ethers we find ROR, that means we find carbon oxygen bond which is not stable. If it is a carbon-carbon bond, it is highly stable, but carbon-oxygen bond is not that stable. Hence, ethers show chemical reactions which involve the cleavage of this carbon-oxygen bond. Okay. Now, let us look at the reactions of ethers. First one, action of concentrated H2SO4. So what happens on heating with concentrated H2SO4? So ethers will be converted into alkyl hydrogen sulfates. I am writing the reaction here. C2H5O, C2H5 on heating with concentrated H2SO4, what happens? Ethers will be converted into alkyl hydrogen sulfates. So C2H5HSO4 plus C2H5OH. Okay. So this bond breaks up, carbon oxygen bond cleaves, and this H2SO4 dissociates into H plus and HSO4 minus. So H plus comes to oxygen and HSO4 minus goes to C2H5, by which we get ethyl hydrogen sulfate. Ethyl hydrogen sulfate. Okay, this is the first reaction. Next, second one. Put the side heading, students. Action of hydrogen iodide. Action of hydrogen iodide. Okay. Write down the statement. Ethers, when heated with concentrated HI, forms two molecules of alkyl halides. So writing down the reaction here. C2H5O, C2H5 takes up two HI molecules, and if this is carried in hot condition, that means adding a hydrogen iodide to diethyl ether, and if it is heated, we get two molecules of ethyl iodide plus what comes out? H2O comes out. Okay. So here the bond breaks up. HI. Here the bond breaks up. HI. So two molecules of C2H5I and middle oxygen with two hydrogens comes out as H2O. When students, if this is carried out in hot condition. Suppose if this is carried out in cold condition, then it takes up only one HI molecule. Write down here as cold condition. That means here we will not heat. So we get only one molecule of ethyl iodide plus C2H5OH. Okay. So only one bond cleaves, and here comes H, here comes I. Thereby we get C2H5I, that is ethyl iodide plus ethyl alcohol. Okay. Next, third reaction. Put the side heading. Action of PCl5, phosphorus pentachloride. So write down the statement. Ethers react with PCl5 to form again alkyl halides. So how do we get alkyl halides? By reacting with PCl5. Write down the reaction. C2H5O, C2H5 plus PCl5 gives rise to 2C2H5Cl. This is ethyl chloride plus. So what remains? 2 chlorines are used up and 3 chlorine atoms are there, phosphorus. So here one oxygen. Both the bonds are cleaved, forming 2C2H5Cl. So what comes out is POCl3. Okay, this is about reaction with PCl5. Next, fourth one, put the side heading, action of acetyl chloride. Action of acetyl chloride. So what is acetyl chloride, students? Do you know the structure of acetyl chloride? It is CH3COCl. So write down the statement. Ethers react with acetyl chloride in the presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride to form alkyl halide and also ester. So writing the reaction here, C2H5O C2H5 plus acetyl chloride CH3 C double bond O Cl in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3, we get, this is AlCl3, okay, we get CH3 C double bond O C2H5 plus C2H5Cl. Okay, so when it reacts with acetyl chloride in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3. So please make it clear, this is 3 aluminum chloride. We get ester CH3COO C2H5. Its name is ethyl acetate plus alkyl halide, that is ethyl chloride. Okay, next reaction, put the side heading, number 5, halogenation. Halogenation. Write down the statement. When ethers are treated with halogens, that is chlorine or bromine, in the absence of sunlight. So here we observe this reaction taking place in the presence of sunlight and also in the absence of sunlight. So if it takes place in the absence of sunlight, then substitution occurs at alpha carbon atom. So I will show you. CH3 CH2 O CH2 CH3. Okay, so it reacts with chlorine or bromine. So I am taking here chlorine in the absence of sunlight. Okay, that means I am writing it as in darkness. So what happens? Substitution takes place at alpha carbon atom. So this is alpha carbon atom adjacent to the functional group. This is also called as alpha carbon, and hydrogens present on alpha carbons are called as alpha hydrogens. So one of the alpha hydrogens will be replaced by chlorine atom. So one H and one chlorine comes out as minus HCl. So this can be written as CH3 CH2 O CHCl CH3. Okay, hence it is called as alpha chloro diethyl ether. So only one hydrogen is substituted by the halogen atom when it is taking place in the absence of sunlight. Now look at, in the reaction takes place in the presence of sunlight. So I am writing here in the presence of sunlight, that is H nu. So it takes up 10 chlorine molecules. So all the hydrogens will be replaced by the chlorine atoms. So minus 10 HCl, we get CCl3, CCl2, O, CCl2 and CCl3. Okay, so when all the hydrogens are replaced by halogen, it is called as perhaloether. Here, as we have taken chlorine atoms, I will write here perchloroether. Okay, students, understood the difference? When it is taking in the absence of light, only one hydrogen is replaced, and when it is taking place in the presence of light, all the hydrogens are replaced by halogens. Okay, next, reaction number 6. So put the side heading combustion. Combustion. Okay, so here ethers are volatile, students. Okay, hence what happens? They burn in air to form carbon dioxide and H2O. They burn in air. What's the meaning of it? They react with oxygen present in the atmosphere. So why is this happening? As they are highly volatile. What's the meaning volatile? They are easily evaporated. Writing down the reaction here. C2H5O C2H5 plus 6O2, 6 oxygen molecules gives rise to 4 CO2 plus 5 H2. Okay, so they burn in air to form carbon dioxide and water. This is about combustion. Next, reaction number 7. Put the side heading basic nature. You know, students, ethers are basic in nature. Why they are basic in nature? Because of the unshared pair of electrons present on oxygen. Okay, so as they are basic, what can they do? They can be dissolved in strong acids like sulfuric acid at low temperatures, forming oxonium salts. Okay, writing the reaction here. C2H5O C2H5. Show the unshared pair of electrons on oxygen. So it can be dissolved in concentrated H2SO4 at low temperatures, forming oxonium salts. So when ether is dissolved in H2SO4, the oxonium salt formed here will be C2H5 twice OH plus HSO4 minus. Okay, so H2SO4 dissociates into H plus and HSO4 minus. H plus goes to oxygen as it has unshared pair of electrons. So forming C2H5 twice OH plus, and what remains? HSO4 minus. This is called as diethyl oxonium hydrogen sulfate. Okay, students, understood? This is about basic nature of ethers. Next, reaction number 8. Put the side heading hydrolysis. Hydrolysis. So what happens in hydrolysis? Ethers when heated with dilute H2SO4, C2H5O, C2H5 when heated with dilute H2SO4 undergoes hydrolysis. So what do they form on hydrolysis with dilute H2SO4? They are converted into corresponding alcohols. So we get 2C2H5OH. Okay, on hydrolysis, in the presence of a dilute acid, they convert into corresponding alcohols. Okay, students, the bond breaks up. HOH of H2O comes and joins, hydrogen comes to this oxygen. OH from H2O goes to this carbon, forming 2 molecules of ethyl alcohol. Okay, so these are all the chemical reactions of ethers. So we have 8 chemical properties. So go back and check or write down all the chemical properties learn carefully and practice carefully. Okay, thank you.